नित्यानन्देश्वर सदाशिव समारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरि आदिशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्य पर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all of you, all the MSS participants, MSS graduates, Inner Awakening graduates, the Inner Awakening participants who are still here, few, and MSS graduates and the people, devotees, visitors, viewers, samajis, satsangis, here for MSS continued education session. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. Today I will explain few fundamental principles about the 11 dimensions. Then I will initiate you. See, Vedas clearly describe how these multiple dimensions manifested. Ekoham bahushyamaha. Listen. Let my one become many to celebrate me. It actually goes further and Sutra and Bhashya and Vartika and Tika, if you see all the four, it's such a beautifully aligned. I should say, truth is revealed in a very beautiful way, where the logic of the listeners understands the truth. See, those days, the people's logic, it was intense but light. Understand, there is a difference. All the casual logic only will be long, like you talking to your spouse. Talk 10 hours, then again. But listen, she will start from the same point, or he will start from the same point. It means throughout, it was a casual logic. There was intense logic. Will be light. Means the time need not be spent, or more words need not be spent to make an intense logic understand something. That is why the time of the sutra, Vedas, just few words only sutra, the truth is revealed. Egoham bahushyamaha. Then the time of the commentators, Bhashya, logic has become a little casual and little longer. So you need to interpret and make them understand. Then comes the time of the Vartika. Means commentary on commentary. You need to use more words. Then comes Tika. commentary on the commentary of the commentary on the commentary. Then huge words. See, sutra is like a call between boy and boy. Hey, come to the messenger, or we'll talk there. That's all. Bhashya is almost like a call between mom and married daughter. Little more. Then comes Vartika. It's a call between man and a girl when they are in love but before marriage. Little longer. Then comes Tika. It's a call between two girls who are trying to catch the same boy. It will not end that easily. Both trying to get more information about him from other without telling the purpose. So it will go on and on and on. She will talk about every person in that college to come to his roll number. Because directly if you ask about him, then she will know that you are interested. So you start from the person 2. You see, that number 2 fellow, roll number 2, his glasses are so... What do you think about that roll number 3's jeans pant? What do you think about this roll number 4's new bike? And this fellow's roll number is 757. But she has to finish the whole thing for the other person not to doubt. And this one will also be sitting and waiting when she can come to this roll number. Then comes Kali Yuga. This one verse if you are in that depth level of logic, you will understand this one verse. Let my one become many, not my oneness. Understand? Oneness never becomes many. Aham. He is not saying ekam bahushyamaha. No, ekoham bahushyamaha. Aham can always only be one. Let that one become many. Listen to every word I am talking, because I am going to give you solution for almost all your problems based on this one fundamental principle. When he decided to become many, to celebrate himself, all the dimensions of this universe opened. Understand, your whole life is nothing but you deciding. See, at one point in your mother's womb, you decide, ekoham bahushyamaha. Only then you open the womb where you were residing for 10 months and come out. But after that, everything is mess. That is different. Listen. Many times, you will hear me saying, whenever you have a problem, always see how your ideal, your guru will handle this. I used this as a technique when I was young. I always used to connect. Whenever I have a problem, Annamalai Swamigal was ideal for me. Ramana Maharshi's disciple. First thing I will say, how Annamalai Swamigal will handle this? Of course, after Arunagiri Yogeshwara happened, he became the ideal. Then I will always look how Arunagiri Yogeshwara would have handled this. Have this one understanding how Sadashiva will handle this. The moment the one became many, all the problems you have, he also started having. Don't think he does not have a problem. Yes, all the organizational problems you have, relationship problems you have, everything you have, yes. He solved it. You have not. That's all. If you understand this one principle, let me repeat once more. For example, this cup. Inside this cup there is a space. That is aham. The space inside the cup is connected to this cup. This whole thing can become multiple, but the space itself cannot become multiple. Anything which has become multiple, as the source of oneness inside them. Listen carefully. Anything which has become multiple, as a source of oneness in them, oneness has not become many, only one became many. Aham associated with oneness, one associated with oneness has become many, but continue to be filled by the oneness. Understand this fundamental cognition. If you spend little time on it and contemplate on it, many of the moments which will lead to divorce can be led to darling. See, if you know, even in the other person's aham, there is a stuff which is in me also. The space in that glass and me, in that cup and in me, is oneness. One only became many, not the oneness. Oneness is same. Understand? Actually, all these things are only proposals and theories. Rosy word proposal. Proposals are not equivalent to matured relationship. Proposals cannot be equivalent to the life lived without divorce for 100 years. So his words are proposals. But I will tell you, conclusions by the owner who created. Listen. Simple understanding. You know, if you go late from office, in the house there is going to be a small Kurukshetra. When you go, if you are preparing yourself with aham, that one, it is going to hit each other and can lead even up to divorce. But if you go with understanding, the oneness which is in me, making me feel the self of the selfishness, is same in that self also. Understand, the self of the selfishness, which is here and there, is one and the same. If you go with that understanding, end of the Kurukshetra, it can even become Ardhanarishwara. It is not necessary it should become only fight or divorce. Understand? Everything. If you are in a dimension of anything other than you is your enemy, you are going to be in Naraka, hell. Anything which harms me is my enemy, then you are going to be in planet Earth. Come what may, I know how to convert the enmity into friendliness. You are going to be in heaven. Because end of the day, if you know how you develop enmity, you will know how to undevelop. If you know how to build, you know how to unbuild. Then you know how he has built, why he has built, and you can unbuild. And most of the time, I should say not most, almost all of the time, even if you have ideological differences and make the other person understand, you have your space, I have my space, let's leave our ideology, problem is solved. There, the space can sort out the issues. Please understand, even organizationally, look at this whole cosmos. The moment Mahadeva declared, Sadashiva declared, let me become many, he has manifested a company, an organization. Let me become many to celebrate me. But the whole thing is so smoothly going. If you bring the same fundamental principles for your organization also, let first of all you become clear what do you want to do is completely integrity and enriching. If you have some agenda and talk something else, nobody is going to do what you want because why you want. They will do what you want because what they want, not because why you want. Understand? Organization becomes organism only when people do what you want because why you want. Many times they will do what you want because what they want, not because why you want. In an organic organization, you and your expansions should know why you want what you want and should work only why you want what you want, for why you want. Then I tell you, not only you, even your whole organization, people will live like teenagers. There is no aging. Aging is conflict of interest. What is interest? Your original, what you want is really not doing good to everyone. You have some interest. You can't reveal that. Then, but you go on be painting, and you have a layer and layer. The way you talk, describe everything as its own layers. Then what happens to the listeners? What happens to the people whom you manifest, whom you attract? Then they also say, all right, you tell what you want. We may do what you want because we have to be obeying you, but not for what you want. Letter will be followed, not the spirit. That's the best way to collapse a law. Just follow the letter, missing the spirit. The law will become outlawed, useless. Look deeply. First, let you be very clear what do you want. And if you are convinced that is best for you and for others, you can manifest more and more people who can be sharing the same conviction. First, share the conviction before making them part of the organization. Appointments have to be done after appointment. Convictions need to be shared. Powerful cognitions need to be shared. Then money, remuneration, all other things become secondary. Organization will become successful. If other reasons are primary, you may have an organization with a lot of friction and stress. You will also age, they will also age. Working with the people with whom working or living with people with whom you have friction ages you. Working with people, living with people with whom you don't have friction matures you, never ages you. Working with people and living with people with whom not only you don't have friction, you have a overlapping boundary joy. You live like a teenager. Sadashiva describes himself as a teenager in his original Dhyana Sloka. He says, meditate on me as 16-year-old. If you are running a company, organization, home, or a team, sit and internalize this one understanding, integrity to the vision, then ability to transmit that cognition, powerful cognition to your team, your family, your company or your organization. Then you will see life becomes Ekoham Bhagushyamaha. Let me become many to celebrate me. Understand carefully. There are multiple me's, but there is only one mummy. There are multiple ones, but there is only one oneness. Mahadeva is very clear. My one become many, not me become many. Not my oneness become many. Oneness remains as oneness. That is what is the meaning of the verse. Purnamata Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. Even after the whole removed from the whole remains as whole. Understand? I can give two-layer meaning. WHOLE and HOLE. If the whole HOLE is removed from HOLE, HOLE remains as HOLE. WHOLE removed from the WHOLE continues to remain as WHOLE. See, actually, through the Big Bang, matter manifests. Through black hole, antimatter manifests. When I held the Rudra Veena straight, I sent intense vibrations, sounds, and raised you to the state of Shivoham by Kundalini awakening. When I held the Rudra Veena other side and played, I created an intense minus decibel and sucked your patterns out. Understand? Decibel lower than zero. Anti-sound, like an anti-matter, anti-sound. That vacuum just sucked all your patterns. All your patterns can be stitched into your consciousness only through sound. Either by higher decibel or by minus decibel. Higher decibel, your energy is awakened, so that stitch gets broken. In lower decibel, by thread, it is pulled out. Understand? Listen carefully. Whenever your inner space opens its wings, like a moods of joy, positivity, courage, exploring, creativity, art, love, go on moving forward. But remember one thing, fundamentally, till your brain is trained to continue to retain that state, it needs certain kind of a grounding. So it comes down, unable to maintain the same chemical and electrical structure of that experience. Listen, you don't come down because you are not qualified, you come down because your body is not ready. Listen carefully. Many times you think, oh, Swamiji gave me energy session, he gave me powers, I manifested, it was ecstatic. After a few days, it went away. Then, if you start having guilt about you are going to create so much of obstacles for you to reach it again. Be very clear, the system has too much of toxins, so not able to retain that electrical and chemical structure. If you put the blame on the right person, you will work on that problem and solve it. Do not put the blame on you, put it on the body which is holding the toxins, so you will work on detoxifying. If you put it on you, you will come to a conclusion, this is not for me, he is separate, I am separate, diverse. Guru diverse is the worst thing can happen to you in your life. Listen carefully. All these points are connected with one thought current. I'll give you one by one. whenever your brain is not able to retain the higher experiences, electrical structure and chemical structure. Sometimes you read a beautiful book and you are in ecstasy and you declare that I am going to be the love of whole universe and life of the whole universe. No more agitation, irritation, disturbance. Just next ring, home. The whole thing becomes different. Call from home. Understand? I am giving you an example. Whenever you are not able to retain the higher electrical structures and chemical structures in your brain and come down. When I say higher, I mean everything. Feeling love, ecstatic, compassion, powerful, kundalini, power manifestation, all of them are higher in various levels. You come down. Do not fall into powerlessness like a guilt or feeling powerless or depression, low mood, and worst thing, giving legitimacy to your confusion and start doing psychoanalysis and psychological, psychiatric solution analysis. Over. The only thing you need to do, all moments of down, use it for prayer. Prayer is the best alternative for any of the low mood. Understand? If you are not able to be here, fully expanded, that electrical structure, electrical signal structure, when the crown means your brain, it has 1,000 aura, means 1,000 petal electrical structure. If all 1,000 are lit, that is what I call higher emotion, higher electrical structure. It releases a unique chemistry in your system. Intense dopamine, the pleasure chemicals are released. Your whole system is in a different space. Whenever you are not able to retain yourself there and come down, it comes to this neck. Immediately, don't start allowing any other emotion or logical analysis. Straight prayer. Straight prayer. You can pray to the same power which gave you the glimpse, or whoever you think is the ultimate. Hinduism gives you complete freedom. Param, ultimate. It can be Para Shakti, Parama Padam, Parama Shivam, Parameshwaram. It can be Para Brahmam. It can be anything ultimate. Let this answer become once for all clear, because many times people try to ask me, when you are so generous to add all of this, why not that? Followers of all this don't have a problem if we keep all of them in one temple and one place. We don't have a problem. Actually, I don't know how many of you know, all the properties of Arunachaleshwara temple is in the name of Krishna. The Venugopala Swami just behind the Arunachaleshwara shrine. So I want to make that point very clear here. Let me come back to the subject. Listen. Whenever you are not able to hold the lit up 1,000 lotus petals, the Sahasrara, and come down only with prayer. Prayer will grow roots and push you back to that same higher electrical structure and chemical structure in your brain, to the Sahasrara. If you start analyzing, why am I not retaining? Maybe all the sins I have done. That is complete stupidity. Wrong diagnosis makes duplicate doctors. Quack doctors begin with a wrong diagnosis. It's a wrong diagnosis starts giving birth to quack doctors. Understand? Little raw, but let me tell what to do. All the raw things have to be told. Playing with the confusion of the patients, or playing with the ignorance of the patients, is one of the worst sin. Whoever starts that is a quack doctor. So not able to retain yourself in the higher space and coming down is one of the biggest problem of the seekers. And I am not going to play with your confusion. I am not going to play with your ignorance. I am committed to Kala Bhairava only to enlighten you. I am committed to Kala Bhairava only to make you enter into, push you into enlightenment. I am telling you the truth as it is. Neither sin nor guilt or karma, nothing is a reason. Let's go for straightforward, simple diagnosis. I tell you, I usually tell, whenever you define something, it should always be solution based. Definition. Death can be described in 2000 ways or million ways. End of life, getting married, heart stopping, breathing stopping, body stops moving. Million ways you can define death. But if you define the possibility to restart many damages which cannot be repaired unless a complete restart happens, is death. The very definition is a solution. Understand? In Sanskrit, there is a word called Nikandu. It has two meanings, dictionary and solution. Go and check. Nikandu. Any dictionary has to be solutionary. You can Google the word Nikandu in Sanskrit. It has two meanings. Dictionary, solution. I am actually sitting and working. 3000 words all the important words like a life, death, sex, law, country, nation, earth, cosmos, major 3000 words which we use in our life. Solutionary dictionary. So let's look at this whole problem of solutionary from the angle of solutionary dictionary. This not able to retain the higher space and coming down. Understand? The right diagnosis is the brain and the system has certain toxins which is not letting the same higher electrical signal, the structure to be alive, the same chemical structure to be alive, it's pulling down. The solution is detoxification. Till then, engage yourself intensely in prayer. Prayer grows roots for you which no other psychological suffering can grow. If you don't do prayer, you will fall into pain and you will start thinking it is mandatory. Pain grows you roots if you don't use prayer to do it. You would have seen my quote. Don't create pain, but don't hate, because pain also grows you roots. Now I am upgrading it. Pain grows you roots only if you don't use prayer to grow it. Whenever you are in ecstasy, you are Shiva. Shivoham. Whenever you are in low mood, Dasoham. Whenever you are in ecstasy, I am Mahadeva. Whenever you are coming down, I pray to Mahadeva. That's all. I tell you, the whole psychology is irrelevant and redundant. If you just catch these two attitudes, over. Whenever you are in ecstasy, I am Mahadeva, Sadashivoham. Whenever you are not able to retain due to the toxins, till the toxins are eliminated, when you are coming down, Sadadasoham. That's all. The whole problem of which is right, Dvaita or Advaita, I have finished it. When all the 1000 petals are lit, Advaita. When it is slowly coming down, Dvaita. Over. If you land only in Dvaita and prayer, you will again and again be pushed back to Advaita. Neither Shankara lived without realizing, experiencing Dvaita, nor Ramanuja lived without experiencing Advaita. Neither Shankara lived without experiencing Dvaita, nor Ramanuja lived without experiencing Advaita. It's a stage you cross till you become the space of oneness. Understand now, it is your decision about Your existence gives you access to various dimensions of the universe. Now, why I want to give you access to the different dimensions of the universe is to make you feel powerful and understand all your problems are as silly as you. Even few solid experiential access, see, when I say experiential access, you should get into that plane, that dimension, see some object and bring that here. When you open your eyes, that object should be there with you. Only then it is called experiential access. Otherwise it is imaginary access. You had your stupid dream, and even if you see Kali in your fantasy, it will be only the another version of your wife. The voice will be almost like your wife's. Be very clear. So it has to be experiential access. An object of that plane should be mapped to this plane. Is only a confirmed experiential access. Now is the bomb. This whole batch of MSS participants, I commit with you guys, I will give you that. And understand, when I am making the word commitment, I am serious. I am really serious. The software is successful. That is why I am courageously talking. That is, you see, the moment you started materializing, that itself is actually the plane to the other dimension only, but it is done through me. Now I have to give you individual visa. That's all. See, materialization is like having access to the other plane, sitting in my disk. Instead of you sitting in my disk, I am going to put you in my plane. Something which you see with your eyes in that plane, and you pick it up, when you are down, that item also should be mapped into this. Let's do the drama. It's possible. It's possible. What happens, with this, the powerful cognitions about the larger existence of you becomes more stronger in you than the stupid identity given to you by the stupid society. The personification of stupidity is human society. Nobody knows why they are doing what they are doing. Everyone is afraid of the other and doing. You are afraid that he may be talking bad about you, and he is afraid you may be talking bad about him. I tell you, don't bother about others' opinion, because they are bothered about your opinion. This collective bullying is media. Why they always do it collective, because they are afraid to come alone. Sheep. The same word for singular and plural. Because they are always plural, but not powerful. Through this collective bullying, society tries to put you into fear and create some identity for you. The only way to liberate you from that identity is to make you understand the existence of the multiple dimensions. Once that existence of the multiple dimensions become your powerful cognition, then the identity enforced on you. Pushing an identity on a human being is equivalent to conscious rape. Conscious gang raping done on an individual by the society, and that gang raped person getting pregnant is evolving an individual identity. You carry that for your whole life as a blame and destroy yourself. All of you look back. Whenever the social identity which you are carrying as broken pieces in you is created, you have been gang raped by society. Look at the original incidents, and giving you experiential access to the higher dimension will make you realize and will make this identity lose its power over you. That is what I call liberation. Swatantratva. Life starts, education starts with this initiation, with this liberation. Yeah. A child, when he enters the Gurukul, this satsang should be seen by him, and he should understand when he was gang raped and the identity was inserted into him forcefully, and decide to renounce it. He should be given access, conscious experiential access to higher dimension. With that Swatantratva, only he can be allowed to enter into Gurukul. No, actually, that's the way I'm going to build the Gurukul. The initial people who came just from Buloka and staying, and once you have experientially demonstrated you had access to the higher dimension and manifested it, brought something from there and mapped it to this planet Earth's matter, and you have shown now you are more powerful than the identity inserted on you by the society by gang raping you. Only then entry into Gurukul is given. Actually, even the construction I am going to do it step by step like that. Then you stay there, you stay here, then after you have the next success, you come here. That's the way it is going to be. This is the first step in education. I am not telling you stories. I am giving you my vision, and I will make it happen. Brilliant are those who wait for me to make my vision into reality. Fools are those who don't give me a chance. Stupid are those who leave halfway. I bless you all.